man. Okay, so yeah. There's gonna be spoilers in this review as I review on the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead. So just so you know, get up off this video, go watch it. Yeah, you will not be sorry. Get out of here if you have not seen the episode. Now, holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh man. I don't know where to begin here. So, okay, so Rick and Aaron they finally got to the supplies, like that was on the boat. And then it turns out somebody's watching them. I guess the person or the owner of the supplies is watching them, I guess, or maybe either that, probably not, probably somebody just strolling along and they're just like, oh, like who are these people? They're pretty good. Oh, okay, they swam through the dead, like in the lake. Okay, and they got to the boat. Okay, that's pretty impressive. And I'm just gonna follow them back to see where they at. Like, oh, they have a nice place here. Like, okay, and I don't know. I mean, it could be the owner of the supplies, or it could be totally someone else, or someone that knows the group. I don't know. And then we have Spencer trying to, basically brown nose Negan, pretty much, and saying that he will be a more fit leader than Rick and whatnot, saying that I like my mom was a councilwoman. I can be the leader that she was and all that. But and oh man, and and then we have Daryl sneaking out of the sanctuary. And then you see Fat Joe, catches him. But I gotta say though, I mean him, digging into that jar of peanut butter. I mean, like that's probably the best meal he's had all season. So I cannot blame him from all those shits, those little pedigree dog sandwiches and like that he's been being fed like constantly. So yeah, I'd probably devour the peanut butter too, and I hate peanut butter. And then so we see Fat Joey, he finds Daryl, and they're like, wait a minute. Oh no, this is not gonna go well. It turns out that I guess Fat Joseph actually was the one that lent him the key and told him to just go. And then, damn. And then Daryl goes postal on him. And then it turns out that Fat Joseph was carrying Rick's python. I was like, oh wow, yes. And he takes it back. Like I thought he was gonna say something epic about the python, but no. I mean, like what happens later on is even more epic. And then Jesus finds them, and then they go back to the hilltop. And then when Rick and Aaron finally make it back, they got the supplies and the saviors are there. And then they look at the note from the supply owner, and they they think that that Aaron wrote that for them. I'm like, what? They're just antsy. They're just looking for an excuse to beat just to beat someone down to a pulp. I mean, like, oh my gosh. I mean, like, there's some major dick, like, ball-licking motherfuckers. And then, so, turns out that isn't the case, that Negan did not take Judith with him. Thank God. But, Rosita gets, basically gets them caught. I mean, like, you have many members of the group like on this little cut off the head of the snake mission, and Rosita is the one who is like end way over her head, and she can't really, like, she's not really she's off her game, like to say, pretty much. And she got Eugene, Eugene was forced to step up to save her life, like by thinking like, okay, like who made these bullets? And like, man, she got Eugene caught, and I think she was going to be willing to get herself killed, like in order to, I guess, protect Eugene. And Tara was about to jump in there and like, oh, and right before Negan could, see if she was bullshitting or not, Eugene steps in like, nope, she didn't make that bullet, I did. And I mean, like, I know I skipped over a few deaths prior to that. Now, I knew that death, that Spencer's death was coming. Like you can feel it in like in the words that Negan was saying to Spencer. I mean, like, and what he was saying. Like it's all comic book feels, all comic book nerdgasms, and I'm like, oh, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. It's crazy, and then. What's worse than Rick covered in cut with a bloody face, waving a gun at people, in the middle of Alexandria? Negan gutting Spencer in front of everybody and going postal and having Arad kill somebody, because Rosita, because of Rosita's actions, like because she basically almost killed Negan, and Lucille took the bullet, but and that just pissed him off, and now he has Eugene, and oh man, and poor Olivia gets shot, like, oh man, and then Rick sees all this happen, and the Alexandrians see what happened, and they're just like, it's time to fight back, and Michonne gives that epic speech to him, and then telling that we need to fight and everything, and he tells her that he knows that now, and when he goes to the hilltop, and then there's this epic reunion, like the most epic reunion since at the prison, with the governor destroyed the prison and everyone scattered, and then they reunited after they were put in Terminus, and then they got out of Terminus. This was even more epic than that. I mean, like, just the reunion. And just feeling how empowering that ending was. And when we see that Jesus got Daryl back to the hilltop, and then they see Rick and them come, and then Daryl and Rick walk towards each other, and then they just hug it out, like, oh man, like the power of the bromance there. Oh my gosh. And then he hands him his Python back, and that's where you're like, yes, Rick Grimes is back, and he's ready. He's ready to whoop some ass. he's ready to whoop some ass. Ugh. So just having that moment is just empowering. And what's funny is that when Richard went to go visit Carol, and then Morgan was there, and he's telling them both that it's just a matter of time before this deal goes completely south, and the kingdom is going to fall. So we need to fight back now before that happens. And it's funny because Rick said that like last season, like, we got to come for them before they come for us, and everything starts to go south. Not like later on in this episode, like at Alexandria, and oh my gosh. Like, and I mean, I don't miss Spencer. I mean, he's sort of, you reap what you sow. I mean, like, you made your bed, now he gets to sleep in it. So, but from that moment on, when Rosita attempts to shoot Negan, and then gets Olivia killed, and Eugene, taken away. Man. I mean, someone should have stopped Rosita. Someone should have knocked her out, strapped her to a chair or something like that, or whatever. But damn, this is great. But yes, I mean, the group is finally, like, coming back, and I'm glad they're doing that in a much different way, because in the comics, Rick is secretly working up a plan against Negan behind everyone's back, including his own people, and then he secretly tells Andrea that he has a plan. But this is working out differently, where he is pushed to step up, like where he is forced to get up off, just to get back on his feet, get back on that horse, and just get back to being the epic leader that he's always been since the apocalypse. You know what I mean? So, with that all being said, this gets 4.5 chair spins out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 chair spins. So, yeah, I knocked shit over, like, over here, spinning around. But, man, is it February yet? I mean, like, I may just take a long, I'm just gonna go into hypersleep and just go from, and just, you know, be like, just wake me up when it's February, okay? And, I stopped in the middle of Talking Dead just to make this video and just talk to you guys about it. I mean, I did, you know, record a reaction, but I'll try to see if I can get it up. I know it's been a while. I know, poor choice of words. I can try to get it up. I mean, I can try to get it. I'm gonna try to put a reaction video together. I'll try, but I'm just like worn out from that mid-season finale in a really good way. And I just gotta sleep it off from here, and I gotta wake up in the morning and, you know, an adult. So I'll try to see what I can do tomorrow. I can't make no promises at this time, but at least you get this video with my thoughts on the mid-season finale, which is what I hate, obviously. As you can see, after those 4.5 chair spins out of 5, yeah, I clearly hate it. So, yeah, it was great. It was rewarding. This is what I was banking on, while everybody else is like, oh, ew, I'm done watching the show. I mean, this is like, you know, and it was an interesting direction that they went with. You know, like the first half was the vulnerability of the group. You know, like where it seems like there's no way out of this pickle jar that they're just trapped in. You know what I mean? So this is the beginning of them knocking that lid off the pickle jar. Like boom. Like it's time to, you know, take a stand. So the second half is gonna be the rise of the group, basically. You know, like how the first half of The Dark Knight Rises, Batman gets his ass whooped and he's like, you know, and his back is all, you know, like fucked up and everything, and then near the end of the movie, he, you know, the Dark Knight Rises. So this is basically like the same pattern in a way. You know, like where Batman thought, you know, it's like, okay, you know, I beat Ra's al Ghul. You know, Bane's no different. I can take him down too. And then Bane proved him wrong, just like with Rick and Negan. And, you know, Negan proved him wrong. And so now, you know, Rick is back with a vengeance. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be an epic second half of the season, you know, and it's gonna probably make this the best season by far, potentially. I can see it happening. You just wait. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my thoughts and my review on this mid-season finale, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for watching. I may do some predictions that you know, like if they happen to stir up during this hiatus. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.